Hello, and
Welcome.
welcome to
Alternate
Fucking
Casuals.
What makes you
fucking
casual?
it don't matter.
What you know,
Fucking
Ultimate effing casuals. Back up in your ears, bitch. Oh, it's just me and Isaac today. How you doing, bud?
Dude, we're doing well. Glad to be here.
Hell yeah. I wonder if the UFC brass is glad to be there, because we're hearing that there's an investigation into referees and possibly, allegedly referees and or judges being involved with some gambling hijinks.
Yeah, dude, this is really bad, man. This is like one of those things, like live betting only really works if like everything is like legal and there's no like interference being run. So I mean, this is not good, playing with people's money. Yeah, this is really bad. It looks bad on the sport. Fighters involved, coaches involved, possibly referees, judges. Like, obviously this is all like still being investigated right now, so nothing is like concrete or fact at the moment. But it does not look good. It does not look good.
It does put some things into perspective, though. Just knowing that it's a strong possibility that it's happening, it makes me think, or it makes me feel vindicated in a little bit of a way. Just like the shitty cards that we get from some of these judges, and you have to be you're thinking they're either incompetent or their eyes don't work or something. But now it's like, oh shit, they're just corrupt. That's all it is. That makes so much more sense.
It adds that like extra puzzle piece that was missing. Like we were, forced to just say it was incompetence, but now, it possibly could be categorized as illegal, now criminal. But yeah, dude, this is a bad thing to see in the sport, man. You don't want to see this. People like throwing fights or getting fights. I mean, boxing has a history, but I mean that's going way back into like the 80s, like the Don King era. I mean, but that was like mostly fixed. But to sort of see it happening in the modern era in the UFC is just sort of wild. I mean, it's one of these things, like these fighters, especially like at the lower end of the spectrum, a lot of them are not making like crazy money considering like what they're doing. So, if someone comes up to them and approaches them, hey, if you throw this fight, we're going to make X amount of money and we'll give you a cut. I mean, to them, it's like an extra paycheck, decent paycheck. So I don't know, man. We'll see how far this goes, but yeah, it's going to be very interesting looking back. Right now, they're going to be investigating, compiling information. I'm sure at some point we'll get a list of fights that were, corrupt or rigged, and it's going to be very interesting to look back on them, man, because we've definitely discussed a few of these fights that they looked weird judging, weird refereeing, fighters not fighting to the potential. It's going to be very interesting to see what list they come out with.
Yeah, the fight that sparked this we'll talk about right now. Just a sec, on October 31st, One Friday Fights 131. I'll stop talking about them when they stop making them. They're free on YouTube. They're free to watch on the ONE FC site. And I stopped to watch Karate Combat 57. And it's interesting. I'm not sure what I like about it is the same thing that I like about ONE FC, is that there's not a whole lot of grappling. So if you really don't like grappling, Karate Combat might be worth looking into.
Yeah, there's always like periodically some clips come out of Karate Combat. and it's just like some brutal knockouts. So yeah, it's definitely like periodically something to tune into.
On Saturday, November 1st, UFC Fight Night at the Apex, where the corruption was unsurfaced. First things first, from the bottom up, Talita Alankar submits Ariane Carnelosi in the third. Sakyan Ko gets the UD over Phil Rowe. Alice Ardelean, UD over Montserrat Ruiz. Norma Dumont, fourth at bantamweight, gets the split decision over Ketlin Vieira, who was third.
Honestly, maybe the most important fight
Yeah.
on this card, but yeah, it was deep down there.
Dante Johnson submits late replacement Cedric Dumas in the second. Timmy Kuwamba, UD over Changho Lee at bantamweight. Billy Elikana, he's starting to string together some wins here.
Mm-hmm.
First round submission over Kevin Christian. Alan Nascimento submits Rafael Estevam in the second. Charles Radke submits Daniel Frunza in the third. There's a lot of submissions here. I didn't really think about it till now. And this is the one. Yadier Del Valle submits Isaac Dolgarian in the first. Submits with a big question mark attached at the end there.
Yeah, so Isaac Dolgarian was a pretty big favorite going into this fight. He's like a better fighter in like every aspect. He was better on the ground, better wrestler, better on the striking. So he was a pretty decently like big favorite going in. I think it was like -200, like the high -200s. But like in the lead up to the fight, like an hour before, a few hours before, like the gambling companies noticed that the odds shifted like pretty dramatically. I think it was like 70 or like 80 in a direction, which means like a lot of money was being poured in on the opposite fighter. And normally there's some fluctuations that they'll say. I've been seeing people online saying like it's pretty normal to see like in the lead up to the fight, you might see like 15, 20 shift in odds just because people placing bets right before the card. But to see it move like so much prior to the fight means that someone is placing like significant money.
Yeah, they dumped a lot of money into it.
Yeah, on the opposite fighter, and considering that Dolgarian was like, analysts were considering him the favorite in this fight for a reason, because he is better, he's more proven. And then the fight starts, he just does not get a lot going. There was like one high kick attempt that he landed, was partially blocked, but Del Valle gets it to the ground, and you just start to see there's like some weird stuff going on, where like Dolgarian is like he's giving himself up like pretty easily on the ground, not really fighting the hands, the grip from behind, and then whenever he gets his back taken, gets put in a body triangle, the choke is obviously being threatened, the rear naked choke is being threatened. And he's just not fighting the hands. Instead of like fighting the hands, he's trying to punch his way out. But like, it's, obviously I'm saying this as someone who's not involved in fighting really, but it's, even like DC and like other analysts, they were saying the same things too. Like, you can't like escape these positions by trying to punch your way out. You have to defend first, like, fight the hands, whatever. And he just was not doing what he needed to do. And it was sort of weird considering the fact that he is someone that is experienced on the ground, like he knows he has to do this, but in this fight he doesn't, and he got submitted in the very first round. And yeah, it's a very weird outcome, one that has already had some repercussions. Literally, like within the past hour, it was reported that Isaac Dolgarian had his purse withheld from the I think it was the Nevada State Athletic Commission is withholding his purse. Um, so yeah, there's some really really weird stuff going on here. It's a bad situation, man. A bad situation. The UFC was notified prior to the fight as well. They could have pulled it. Uh, they had enough reason to pull the fight, considering how much money was being thrown
The odd shift was pretty
at Del Valle.
significant.
Yeah, yeah, they had a reason to pull it, considering like how suspect it was, but they didn't. The FBI is now involved. There's an independent investigation also going from a company that the UFC hires to manage their like their gambling monitoring,
Gambling
like on the
integrity.
side. Yeah,
something or
gambling
other.
integrity. Yeah, yeah. So it's there's a lot of eyes on the sport now in that respect, and not the good eyes, not the good type of eyes you want.
Yeah, we were talking about it in Discord earlier, and it's like, well, even if Dana White could come out and like fucking tap dance saying it was all me, I did it, or I knew about it, I was involved in it, whatever the case is. Like, it's not like him or anybody at his level is going to get in any trouble.
Yeah, no, none of the top UFC brass are going to get touched by this. Like you can go and consider them. I mean, they have like political friends. I mean, Cash Patel has been seen
At
cage
UFC
side
events,
at multiple UFC events. Yeah, it's nothing's gonna happen to them, but maybe some fighters, coaches, gyms, judges,
Refs.
referees.
Yeah.
Those are all fair game, I would say, if they can actually prove that they were involved. But yeah, man, I saw as well. Ariel Helwani reported that this is not like the only instance as well. Like we're going back, I'm not sure exactly how far, but they're saying that potentially multiple like fighters and fights are involved in this. So I mean, I don't think anyone really knows the extent to how much how far this goes, how deep this goes, but I think the next few weeks are going to be very interesting in the MMA world as like more things are brought to light.
Shaking my head with disappointment. Moving up, Jeremiah Wells gets the UD over Temba Garimbo. A case of high strangeness. Waldo Cortez Acosta stops Ante Dalia in the first.
Dude, another weird reffing moment. I'm not like this. I'm not saying like anything criminal here, but just like out of the ordinary. Like seemingly Ante Dalia eye pokes Acosta. It looks like on the slow-mo cam, it looks like at least like his pinky pushed into the eye slightly.
The ref thought it was a clean punch.
Fight. Yeah, like he lets him keep going, and he like waves it off as like a TKO. Dalia's like celebrating. He's like going up to his corner. Like everyone thinks the fight is off, but then like I mean everyone comes into the cage, and like I guess they start reviewing like the slow-mo footage, and they see it that it was an eye poke, and Herb Dean is trying to like he's not even reffing this fight, but Herb Dean comes in saying like they still have 5 minutes technically. If it was an eye poke.
Injury stoppage.
Yeah, so they're saying the fight could technically not be called off, which I think it's I don't know exactly the rules, but apparently like if a fight is waved off, it's waved off. Like you can't just like restart a fight like that. But I mean they did here, and the fight restarts after a certain amount of time. No point was deducted, right? No point was deducted even after they saw it was an eye poke.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so they restart, and shortly after, like, I mean, I don't even know if a minute went by, Acosta lands a nasty counter right, and Dalia drops him and just like finishes him off in the first round. So I mean, he got eye poked, but man, he got the last laugh for sure.
Yeah, he was like holding his eye pretty much the entire time. It was pretty nuts.
Yeah, I mean, and he's also like Acosta. I'm like pretty confident saying he's not faking it either, because in the interviews, like after like the press conference that they have afterward, his eye is like half shut still. Like you can see it's definitely like affected from like some type of damage. It's probably the eye poke. But yeah, it's all legit. It's all legit. And yeah, but he came back, man. He came back and got this knockout. And the weirdest part about this, the coincidence, is just sort of crazy. Ante Dalia is Tom Aspinall's training partner, and like they're pretty close.
Yeah, they're good buddies.
And yeah, in the media build up for this fight, they interviewed Ante Dalia, and obviously because Tom Aspinall is his training partner, they asked him about the eye pokes, and the timing is just crazy. But he says that he has had like a bunch of fights. He's never eye poked somebody. He thinks that there needs to be more severe punishments for people that eye poke. And then in his next fight, he
gets an eye poke.
Somebody in the eye. Yeah, just like crazy timing. But yeah,
wrongfully ruled the winner because of an eye poke.
Yeah, I mean, he was already celebrating, man. He
Yeah.
thought he'd gotten the win.
Yeah, I thought it was over. I was confused why
Yeah, I did too. Yeah.
why it was still going. While
Yeah, the camera.
everybody was still in the ring. I mean,
Yeah, they had everyone in the ring. Everyone.
and in the main, Steve Garcia stops David Onama in the first.
It's like sort of sad because Steve Garcia did well. He steamrolled David Onama first round knock. I mean, I think let me double check this. Hold on, because this, if true, this stat actually needs to be said. But make sure here. Hold on. Yeah. Oh my God. All right, this is crazy. Okay, so the fight obviously lasted one round, 3 minutes 34 seconds. Steve Garcia lands 43 strikes. Right? How many strikes do you think David Onama landed?
2.
Dude, 2 strikes. Dude, that's about a steamroll gets. I mean, there was nothing coming back from him.
Was it really 2?
Yeah, it was really 2 strikes.
Oh
yeah.
shit! I just guessed.
2 strikes. Yeah. No, yeah, a very good guess. I mean, dude, he dominated him. But it's sort of crazy because his performance was really good, but it's just completely overshadowed by the eye poke and then by the massive story with this whole gambling thing.
Yeah.
Like, he was completely forgotten. Like, there's no one is really talking about him. He did really, really well. He's gonna get a top 10 opponent for sure. Someone with like actual name value. We could see him versus, Yusuf Zalal, maybe Josh Emmett. Those were the 2 names he called out. But yeah, I mean, just no one is talking about his performance based off, considering everything else that happened. But I mean, his performance,
it was a dominant
was really good.
One. Yeah.
Very good. He completely rolled over him. There was his single ply.
I love
this
when you
was
use that.
Yeah, it was really bad, man. I mean, 2 strikes. I mean, took like no damage. But yeah, I mean, very good performance from him. Sort of sad for him that his performance was overshadowed by everything else, but I guess that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Anything more for the fight night?
We were talking about how bad this card was. Very bad Apex card, but it ended up having one of like the bigger stories of the year as far as like the UFC goes. So I guess like something came out of this card, like to talk about. So I mean, there's something at least. But
And right before the Paramount deal too.
yeah, the timing is terrible, man. Like, you do not want to be carrying this stuff into this deal, into this new contract. But we'll see how long it takes for them to fix it.
Maybe someone should double check to see if in any space has UFC gone from calling itself like a sports promotion to like sports entertainment.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it
I mean,
doesn't have to be like real competition anymore.
like WWE type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they put out their statement. I mean, it seems their statement is definitely like super, like PR. Like, I mean, it's like a PR team wrote every single word of that statement. I mean, there's not really
of
much
course.
going on there. I'll be very interested to see if like reporters will ask questions regarding this scandal, but I mean, I sort of doubt it.
Yeah, because Dana surrounds himself with fucking cupcakes, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's a bubble. It's a bubble. Like, there's not. I mean, you saw whenever he did the TKO thing with Bud and Canelo, how Sean Zattel, like, I mean, you got a boxing reporter in, and they immediately started grilling him on stuff. But I mean, that does not happen in the UFC sphere.
I had a taste of it when I was at Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva. There was a lot of MMA reporters there, and they were all asking fucking softballs.
Yeah, it's honestly sort of a joke. Like, I mean, at this point, they're just like, I mean, I guess just like content creators. I mean, the questions they're asking are like, like, I mean, if they were to ask it, periodically, it's obviously fine. Like, they're asking fighters, like, how does it feel to be fighting in your hometown? But I mean, you're
That's
supposed
totally,
to ask.
That's
questions.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're supposed to ask questions that like the fan base is curious about too. And like right now, like the fans are curious to know have we been watching rigged fights, betting on rigged fights? I mean this is a massive story. I mean, they sort of need to answer for this.
I'm trying to remember who said it. I think it was RGF said like the UFC won't be around in like 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, he said like 10 years. Yeah, he is a UFC fan of sorts. But yeah, he's one of those that he sort of misses how it used to be. How nowadays it's just like more rinse and repeat type stuff. But yeah, I mean, dude, obviously like the Paramount deal is massive, but I mean, you can't lie. Like the quality of, like, it doesn't feel as big as it used to. Like it does not feel as big as it used to.
I see. All right, let me put in some notes. Oh, the social media handle, LVX Media Net, all one word. If you can't find it, chances are we're not on it. If you could, wherever you're listening, leave us a rating. It helps push us up the search algorithm, helps us get out there a little bit more. And if you're feeling fucking froggy, a review would also be very helpful. If you want to get rid of ads, lvx.be/Patreon. There you go. Dandruff doesn't just affect your hair, it chips away at your confidence. But I'm here to tell you, it doesn't have to be this way. It's time to say bye to Flakes with Flakes. Flakes isn't a scented wash you get from the grocery store that just masks the problem. It's a powerful, medically formulated treatment designed to get to the root of the toughest dandruff. Flakes works fast to control the flaking, calm the itching, and soothe the redness that's on your scalp. And here's another pro tip. Flakes will also help with that stubborn beard druff if you have that too. Imagine feeling completely free to wear whatever you want, whenever you want to. Imagine just focusing on your day and not on your scalp. That's the difference that Flakes makes. Go to lvx.be/flakes for a nice little discount while you help us out a little bit in the process. Don't settle for temporary fixes that smell like the produce section of your grocery store. Fight back with a shampoo that dermatologists trust. lvx.be/flakes. When you grab a bag of jerky, what are you really eating? If you look at the ingredients, it's a confusing list of chemicals, sugars, preservatives, and things you can't even pronounce. But it doesn't have to be this way. Meet Graisley. It's a simple question, really. What does beef jerky need to be great? And the answer is meat and salt. That's it. Graisley takes high-quality, whole-muscle beef, seasons it with just the right amount of natural salt, no nitrates, no sugars, no weird spices to hide poor quality, just the bold, pure flavor of real meat. Graisley is the ultimate fuel for life, for your hikes, post-workout, protein, or the daily commute. When you want protein without the junk, reach for the bag that keeps it simple, honest, and delicious. Go to lvx.be/Grazely to get yourself a nice little discount while helping us out a little bit too. That's lvx.be/GRAZLY. Grazely. 2 ingredients, 0 compromises. Do you have that nagging feeling of being exposed when you're online? In today's world, a simple antivirus isn't enough. Your digital life, your photos, your bank accounts, your family's privacy, it all needs more than just a basic firewall. You need Malwarebytes. Malwarebytes is your complete shield against the chaos of the internet. The powerful next-generation antivirus instantly quarantines threats, locks down malware before it can do any damage. But it doesn't stop there. It includes an ultra-fast, ultra-private VPN to encrypt your connections, keeping your location and data private while you're on public Wi-Fi. Plus, the integrated ad blocker makes your browsing cleaner and faster. Whether you're protecting your personal machine or securing the whole household, Malwarebytes is a plan for you. Go to lvx.be/MWB to find the subscription that's right for you. Don't wait for the next error message. Take control of your digital peace at lvx.be/MWB. Well. Previews. First things first, Friday, November 14th, One Friday Fights 133. It's on YouTube. Starts at about 4:30 in the morning on the West Coast. So enjoy that. On Saturday, November 15th, we've got 2 pretty big cards. We'll go through this one first. One FC's 173. There's quite a bit going on the undercard, so I'm going to go from the bottom up. Wei Rui versus Hiroki Akimoto, bantamweight kickboxing. Ryugo Takeuchi versus Shamil Erdogan, heavyweight MMA. It's a fucking Japanese heavyweight. Man, sumo washout, I bet. Chihiro Sawada versus Itsuki Hirata, atomweight MMA. Swakim versus Jake Peacock, bantamweight Muay Thai. Giancarlo Bodoni versus Rafael Lovato, middleweight submission grappling. Shinya Aoki versus Hiroyuki Tetsuka, light MMA. There's a lot more bullshit on here than I thought. I'm sorry. Shozo Isojima versus Tai Ruotolo. That's not bullshit. Lightweight MMA should be good. Ruotolo's are good. Both of the Ruotolos are good.
These look good. Even time.
Stamp, atomweight kickboxing. I think she's the MMA champion for ONE FC. She's fighting Kana Morimoto. Nabil Anan versus Hiromi Wajima, featherweight kickboxing. Nabil is a beast. He especially his Muay Thai fights. Holy shit. The guy is a beast. Speaking of beasts, Yuki Yoza versus Superlek at bantamweight kickboxing.
Yeah. Oof.
Marat Grigorian versus Rukia Ampo, featherweight kickboxing. This is a good fight right here. Takeru Sagawa versus Dennis Puric.
Yeah.
Both of them are trying to get back in the ring with Rodtang, who will be mentioned in a moment. Flyweight MMA Championship. Yuya Wakamatsu versus Joshua Pashio, the champ. Lightweight MMA title. Christian Lee, the champion, versus Alibek Rasulov.
Okay.
Atomweight Muay Thai title. Nadaka versus Noom Surin. the Muay Thai flyweight title, Rodtang versus Nong O. That's a really good fight.
Yeah, these like top. I mean, there's some good fights in the like down the card, but man, these top 3 fights, I'm gonna be locked in for these.
And headlining the bill, the featherweight kickboxing title, Superbone, he is fighting Masaaki Noiri. Oh.
Yeah, so, dude, Super Bum fights are always good. Tune in, just tune in.
Yeah. Best I could do is to keep you all informed and educated on these, because if you're not watching ONE FC, like, you're doing yourself a disservice.
And these will be on Prime, right?
I believe it's on Prime. I haven't double checked if it is, but all of their other cards have been on Prime.
Okay,
So historically, it should be. If it's not on Prime, fucking check YouTube, or the ONE FC site might have a way to watch it as well. I'll put something on social media when I find out how to watch this, because I think everyone should. Oh, but why we're here, UFC 322. Man, you guys picked just the wrong day. Yeah. The ONE FC card starts at 8 on the West Coast, 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully most of the UFC card is over by then.
Oh yeah.
The overlap.
Yeah. Okay.
Is not gonna favor ONE FC. Sorry, guys.
Because it starts at 10 or 10 EST, I guess. But yeah, it definitely takes priority.
Yep. So UFC 322, starting with the early prelims. Oh shit! Baisangur Susurkayev versus Eric McConaughey.
That's Kamzat. This is Kamzat Chimaev's boy, I think. That's just I remember they brought him in on short notice to fight on the same card Kamzat was on versus DDP. Honestly, I'm sort of like on a hate watch type thing after watching his first fight. He's like super cocky and like not in a good way. So yeah, I'm gonna be sort of on a hate watch here, but we'll see.
Pat Sabatini versus Chepe Mariscal at featherweight. Angela Hill, 12th at strawweight versus Fatima Klein.
And Angela Hill fighting again. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's like a lower level, obviously female version of Marab.
Yeah.
Just always in the cage.
Yeah.
You know what I never noticed before, and I'm going to keep an eye out for it this time? Angela Hill always has alien stuff on her kit.
For real?
Her grandparents are Betty and Barney Hill, who were famously abducted in the 50s.
Yeah, okay. That is actually cool that she includes that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Kyle Daukaus versus Gerald Meerschaert.
Dude, he just knocked out Michel Pereira on short notice, and they're putting him in against GM3. This is, not a crazy turnaround, quick turnaround, but it's somewhat quick. Dude, if he can get this win here, that'd be 2 pretty big wins. I mean, against Michel Pereira and then against Meerschaert, and get a win here too. That's just catapulting yourself up the middleweight division. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna tune in for these fights. Like, these are not bad for early prelims.
Into the prelim section, Malcolm Wellmaker versus Cody Haddon at bantam.
Now, Wellmaker, we've been behind him. We've been behind him. He's young. His last fight out was like crazy. He seems pretty well developed considering his age. Um, Obviously he's still young. Like no need to like rush him up the division. But hopefully we get to see another good performance here, another good composed performance from him.
Aaron Blanchfield, 4th at flyweight versus 8th rated Tracy Cortez. I feel like Tracy's getting the push.
Yeah, like this is
she's
chance,
really good looking, so kind of.
Yeah, this is her chance. This is her chance here. Was it? She lost the Rose fight, right? She fought Rose Namajunas.
I believe so.
And lost it. Yeah. So I mean, if she can get this one, that'll be good for her. She'll, sort of. I think that's her only loss against Rose. So, yeah, I mean, she can bounce back pretty quickly here with the win. But Aaron Blanchfield is hard, man. Very good wrestler, very good grappler.
Roman Kopylov versus Gregory Rodriguez. Roman is 15th at middleweight.
I have no idea how this fight will go down. I feel like either one can win. Kopylov looked really bad in his last fight. I think it was against Paulo Costa. And then RoboCop, I think his last fight was against Jared Cannonier, where he was like winning, had him hurt real bad, but Cannonier came back and just like steamrolled him. I think like in one of the later rounds. Yeah, this fight could go in many directions. But yeah, it could be a good one. I feel like this is probably gonna be a stand-up fight.
Hold on a second, I'm looking him up. He fought Hermanson and won, and then before that was the Cannonier debacle.
Oh, Hermanson, yeah, you're right.
How the Mighty Have Fallen. Bo Nickel got pushed off the main portion. He's fighting Rodolfo
really?
Pereira. Yeah, he got bumped.
Oh, damn, okay. I thought he was on the main card still.
No. He's rounding off the prelims. I think he got bumped for the first fight here on the main card, which is Benel Dariush, ninth at lightweight versus Benoit Saint-Denis.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, that fight definitely deserves to be on the main card over Bo Nickel. 100%. Yeah, that's a way more important fight. Yeah, especially like Bo Nickel. I mean, he lost to. I mean, he looked rough versus Paul Craig. Lost to RDR like pretty quickly. Yeah, they need to slow way down with Bo Nickel. I know he's got like pretty good wrestling acumen, but his striking needs to develop. They need to slow it way down with him. But yeah, Benil Dariush versus BSD. That's a great fight. Both of them pretty good on the grappling side, but BSD I feel like is more of a threat on the feet. He's more of a threat in my eyes. I feel like he's probably gonna get it here, but we'll see, man. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of things that can happen in this fight. I'm not gonna say. I can't really say with confidence that this dude is gonna win. But if I was the favorite someone, I would probably say BSD.
I don't have a lot of faith in Dariush, just because when he fought Sarukian, he kind of like rolled over. Even though he did get the win over Moicano after that, like still, like he didn't look very confident with where he was.
I mean, you remember early on, I think in the first round, Moicano had Dariush hurt like really bad. Yeah, he got dropped. I mean, he survived the round, and like I mean, that's how most of his fights go. But I mean, it just seems that, especially considering he's getting older now, that's just not a sustainable type of fight style. You can't like rely on your heart consistently in fights. Like that's especially like as you get older, it's just you're gonna get slapped in one of these, and BSD has power. So I mean, if that's his game plan, is to like use his chin, his heart. I feel like that's not going to go over well this fight.
Leon Edwards, 4th at welterweight versus 9th rated Carlos Prates.
Big fight. Important fight for the welterweight division. If Prates gets a win over Edwards, especially like in dominant fashion, he could also be catapulted up the welterweight rankings. And maybe one fight away from a title shot. But yeah, this is a good fight, man. It should be a stand up fight. Both of them pretty good on the feet, but Pratesh, I think, definitely has the power advantage here.
Yeah, I
I
would give Pratesh the edge in stand up.
Yeah, because I mean he has more power, and he's also technical too, but just the power, like it's big power. Like Leon definitely he's not gonna want to get hit by Pratesh too many times. But we'll see. Edwards is former champion. Obviously, he's like a little bit older now. He lost to Sean Brady last time out, I think. We'll see what happens, but I think I'm gonna have to favor Pratesh here. Just
Yeah,
if it's gonna stay on the feet, you gotta imagine he's gonna land at some point, and he has more power. I mean, just doing the math, it seems like you gotta favor Pratesh. But should be a good fight though, regardless.
Another one in the welterweight division, second-rated Sean Brady versus Michael Morales, 8th.
I like this fight. Michael Morales, young. He's got a pretty decent amount of hype behind him. His last few wins have been pretty convincing. Let me actually see real quick. Hold on. Yeah, he beat Gilbert Burns, which is a pretty good win. Yeah, and he beat Magny as well. I mean, those are two pretty good wins. If he can get a win over Sean Brady, I mean, Sean Brady is number 2 in the division. I mean, he's probably lining himself up pretty nicely for, at least being one fight away from a title shot, if not, immediately next. But man, Sean Brady's tough, man. He's from Philly. Obviously, he's very, very good grappler, very good wrestler. People say, he wrestles with light heavyweights all the time. Those are his training partners. Even they say he's super strong on the ground. I think it's just one of those things. If Sean Brady can get it to the ground, that's his domain. But Morales definitely, I feel like, has the stand-up advantage. So it'll just be a matter of who can keep it in their world more often in the fight.
Worlds colliding here. Valentina Shevchenko, the flyweight champion, versus Zhang Weili, the first-rated strawweight. I think she's still rated in the class below.
Yeah, dude, I'm super excited for this fight. It just seemed like at strawweight there was like really no one that could. I really couldn't see anyone being able to beat Zhang Weili. Like, I know she is getting older now, but I mean she just seems like so much better than the fighters at strawweight. But man, I'm excited. We've been discussing this fight, potentially being in the works. It's finally happening. I love this matchup, man. This is a very good matchup. One of the best women's fights that you can make right now. Valentina Shevchenko also getting older herself. I don't think either of them are in their primes. But Shevchenko, I mean, this is obviously in her natural weight class. Zhang Weili is moving up in weight, seeing if she can achieve, a 2-division champion status. I mean, we'll see, man. This is a very tough outing. Shevchenko's very, very good on the feet, the ground, wrestling. Both these girls both these women are very well-rounded. I'm gonna back Zhang Weili just because I've been with her like for a really long time. She's a very fun fighter, super nice as well outside of the ring, outside of the cage. I want to back her, but I just feel like this is gonna be a hard fight. Like, it's one of those things, like, my mind says Shevchenko, but my heart definitely is with Weili. But I think it'll be a good fight regardless. I think Shevchenko's probably going to try to keep it to the ground. It'll be very interesting to see if Weili can acclimate to this new weight class. I mean, she is very physically strong, but I mean, going up in weight is obviously like it means something. It means something.
Was it Weili that did the thing with Francis Ngannou where she like picked him up?
Yeah, picked him up. Yeah, like nothing. Yeah, she picked him up like nothing. Yeah, she is super strong. I'm just wondering if like that strength will translate well, like in the wrestling and grappling exchanges. And And then Zhang Weili's been she's lost to Rose Namajunas as well by high kick knockout, and Shevchenko is very, very, very fast. Her kicks are fast too. Her striking is very good. I just feel like I see more ways that Shevchenko can win. But I mean, I think Weili has legitimate chances though, just because she is so strong. But yeah, I think regardless of what you think is the outcome here, it should be a good fight. I'm actually very excited to hear this matchup.
I'm expecting Zhang Weili to be more well-rounded, and that's what's going to be the difference maker.
Yeah, I think like as far as like the hands go, I think like pure hands, I think she definitely has more power in the hands. But I'm just wondering, like, will she be stronger like in the wrestling? And then I'm really worried about the kicks from Shevchenko, just because she has been knocked out before. But Rose is susceptible. But we'll see, man. I really do hope Weili can get it, because it'd be very cool to see her become a 2-division champ. Very, very cool. But yeah, I actually super excited for this one. Super excited.
Are you super excited for fucking welterweight champion Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev?
Dude.
What's your excitement level here?
Dude, I'm like at 9 or 10. Like, we're almost maxed out. Like, this is like one of those, there's something like I wasn't really getting nervous for Steve Garcia versus David Onama. But this fight, as soon as those cage doors close, I'm gonna be cold, gonna be nervous as hell in the lead up to this fight. Dude, this is a big fight, man. Islam gave up his belt, his lightweight championship belt, for this opportunity at welterweight. If he loses here, I mean, well, it could be rough, man, because he's put on all this weight to come to 170, put on all this muscle weight, and if he loses here, like I don't really see Islam sticking around at 170 as a contender. Like, I think he's probably, he's gonna have to, I don't know, just cut all that weight he just put on to go back to 155, or I don't know what he'd do, but it just seems like losing is not an option for him here. And JDM, he had an incredible performance versus Bilal his last time out. Just piecing him up on the feet, defended the takedowns really well. He's someone that carries very good power on his hands, or on his hands rather. The storyline here is really good, man. It's going to be one of those things, like, Islam is the better wrestler, 100%, better grappler. His striking is obviously good, but I think Maddalena probably has the power advantage here. Islam's not going to want to, be striking, or he's not going to want to absorb too many hits from JDM on the feet here. But it's one of those things. Well, JDM, he defended well against Bilal, who was in the same camp Islam is. Obviously, Islam is a better wrestler than Bilal is, but will JDM be able to have any of that success he had with a takedown defense against Islam? That's a big storyline in this fight. Ilia Topuria will definitely be watching this fight. But yeah, this is a mega fight, man. If Islam can get this done, it's a big story, because obviously he's a great champion. He would absolutely, the Khabib comparisons would end. Like, he would be absolutely better than Khabib at this point if he captured the welterweight belt. But yeah, and then if JDM can get it done, you're talking about someone. He was the underdog against Bilal. He got it done there, and then out he beats Islam Makhachev. That's like one of those Cinderella story type things. Just like out of nowhere. He's a good fighter, obviously, but beating names like that, where he was, such a big underdog, it's a pretty big thing. It's a pretty big thing. This is a mega fight. I'm really stoked for this one.
Yeah, the main thing that I was really, for me, the key that I'm watching for is the takedown defense, because obviously Islam is gonna be better on the ground, and it would be prudent to not exchange with JDM, like you said. So you're expecting quick turning to the takedowns rather quickly. and it's a matter of what JDM can do with it from that point. That's what, to me, that's the key in determining who's going to win, and that's what I'm watching for.
Yeah, I think the first round is gonna be very interesting because like Islam, I mean, like you were just saying, he's not gonna want to keep this like on the feet. Like, I mean, he's gonna want to strike some just to like keep it mixed up, but he's gonna want to try to get it to the ground like as often as he can. And if it's one of those things like we see in the first round, he's able to ragdoll JDM. I think the live odds are gonna shift pretty dramatically because if he's able to get him down like on command, then yeah, I think the fight's over at that point. But if you know the first round we see JDM, the first few attempts that Islam throws, if he just like shucks him off, I mean it'll become a very interesting fight at that point because now we're gonna have to see Islam in the stand up a lot more with JDM, and that's where we get now we're gonna have to answer questions like, one, how does your chin hold up at 170? Are you gonna be able to stand up with this dude in these exchanges? JDM doesn't seem to get tired in his fights. He puts it on you. He's not one of those that waits for you to come to him. He's walking forward. Yeah, at that point, it gets very interesting. So the first round, that'll be what you want to look out for is how can he get the takedowns? How easily can he get them? And if he can't, then start looking at how the striking goes because you know Islam, it's definitely precarious. JDM has power. He has power, and we've seen Islam knocked out before. Obviously, you know, anyone can get caught, and that's what happened in that fight. But yeah, man, he's got for real power. So yeah, it's a very intriguing fight. This I think whenever fight week rolls around, like the nervous will start to build up more. But I think it'll reach like a climax on fight night. It'll just be like really high. Nerves will be really high. And I think this is definitely one that the community is looking forward to.
Ooh, that's all we got on the docket. Man,
yeah,
this is a big weekend.
Yeah. There's, I mean, Shevchenko and Weili. That's a very good. The main and co-main are tremendous, and then like all throughout the prelims, the main card, or even the early prelims, like some very good fights all throughout. This is a tremendous card. The matchmakers like did a really good job with this one. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. This is definitely one to tune in for early, get some food, go out to a bar or something. This is a good fight card.
All right, let me do this. What if your best thinking day wasn't a lucky accident? What if you could access that clarity, that sharp focus, that feeling of being completely on whenever you need it? We live in a world of distraction, where mental fog can settle in before noon. You need a natural edge, a simple way to clear the noise and elevate your mind. Introducing psilocybin, the daily supplement powered by extraordinary magic mushrooms. For centuries, these mushrooms have been revered for the unique compounds that support brain health in very groovy ways. Psilocybin has harnessed that power, making it easy to integrate it into your daily routine. When you take psilocybin, you're not getting a jolt of caffeine or a rush of sugar. You're nurturing your mind's long-term health and inner tranquility. Experience better focus for complex tasks, sharper memory recall, or a consistent, calmer energy throughout the day. Whatever you need, psilocybin has a supplement for you. Ready to cut through the mental clutter? Are you ready to tap into your highest potential? Go to lvx.be/soul. That's lvx.be/soul. Get yourself a nice discount while helping us out while you're at it. Unlock your mind's clarity with psilocybin. Look around you. The food on your plate, the plants in the garden, they all depend on one tiny little hero, the honeybee. But bees are struggling, and the health of our planet is at stake, not to mention a third of what's on our dinner plate. Project Honeybee steps in with the belief that saving the bees can start with something beautiful. With a catalog of stunning bee-themed jewelry, necklaces, earrings, and charms that capture the spirit of the hive. When you wear a piece from Project Honeybees, you're not just wearing art, you're wearing your commitment to the buzzing buddies. Every single purchase directly funds conservation efforts, creating safe bee habitats, sponsoring research, and educating communities. It's beautiful jewelry with a purpose. Go to lvx.be/bees to get yourself a nice little discount and help us out in the process. Make an impact and look incredible while doing it. Find your next piece today at lvx.be/bees. Wear the change. Buzz, buzz, bitch. Now, if you want to connect with us directly, you can call us up, 833-589-7637. Works in WhatsApp, so if you want to send a message there. If you think you're funny or entertaining or informative, you think your takes are good or spicy, whatever, send a voice note and we'll cut you into the show if you're good enough. If you make the cut. Discord, if you want to talk with us directly, chat with other fans, lvx.be/discord. It's a good time. All right, with that out of the way, parting words.
This is the second to last of the numbered events for 2025. It's 322 and then 323. Obviously, there's I think like 1 or 2 fight nights in between. But we're nearing the end, and there's obviously that like month-long break between December and like towards the end of January where there are no fights. But man, 2025 has been a good year. We've had some good stuff. But yeah, we're nearing the end, in the break. We just gotta enjoy this one. This is a very, very good fight card. And yeah, just enjoy it.
I got some words here. This is the last episode of Ultimate Effing Casual for the month of November. We will be back in December. Oh fuck, we're not gonna leave you hanging on 323. Revolver's Cop, that's actually a decent fight night card.
Yeah.
So we also got end of the year awards to give out, so we're not going anywhere. Just gonna take a little break here in the month of November.
Yeah, we'll be back for sure. Yeah. Shout out Nathan as well. Shout out Nathan.
Yeah, he'll be back soon. He's busy having a fucking life.
Yeah. Shout out Nathan.
Outside of this godforsaken sport. All right. That's it for this edition of the Ultimate Effing Casuals. Well, thanks for listening. We'll fucking see you in December.
Yeah, see you.